Tango 31 1050 University in Brentwood. Silver Lexus, one-time traffic. Hey, how you doing, Officer Charney with Coral Springs Police? You just ran a red light back here, man.
Yeah, I'm late for my appointment. I went to the right.
Okay, and before that, you were kind of weaving in my lane, and you keep hitting the brake. Is everything okay? Like you guys on?
I didn't know where I was going. The GPS told me lens crafter, but it's this one.
Okay. Do you have your license on your registration insurance, please? My name is Officer Charney with Coral Springs Police, by the way. Yeah, you gotta wait for the lights to turn green before you do the U-turn. Thank you. Is the address on your license current?
Yeah.
We're running him right now. In the process, dispatch is looking through his history right now. Anyway, he was originally going north on University, kind of started veering towards my lane. I didn't like the way his driving behavior was. Kind of looked like he was impaired. So we get behind him. He conducts a U-turn up ahead. We start driving. He corrects himself, no longer swerving in traffic in his lane. However, we get to the red light here near, hang on one second. Copy, thanks. However, we get to the intersection over here around the 600 block University Drive, right at a red light. He's in the left turn lane. He's tapping on the brake, letting off, tapping off the brake, letting off, over and over and over, like he's got his tap shoes on. Nevertheless, ends up running the solid red light, conducting a U-turn. You're not allowed to do that in Florida. So I pull him over for that. I don't see any signs of impairment. He just said that he's lost, looking for lens crafters, which is a business just right over here. He made the wrong turn. Unfortunately for him, you can't turn on a red light. You cannot do a U-turn on a red light. Only time you can do a turn on a red in Florida is at a right turn lane. After you come to a full and complete stop, you make sure both lanes are clear, unless there's a traffic control device, which is like a sign that says no right turn on red. But dispatch just told me that he has a valid license. Looks like we don't have that much history with him, but he did just run a red light at 2:45 in the afternoon, heavy traffic. So we're gonna write him a citation for the red light, and we'll go from there. All right, so look, I am issuing a citation for the red light, but you have three options: paying it, traffic school, traffic court, and you have 30 days to comply. Moving forward, man, if you're lost, just pull over, park somewhere, and try to figure it out, but please don't run red lights. All right, take care, be safe, drive safe. Tango 31 1050 100 block University. Hello. Hey, I stopped you because of that turn that you did, that U-turn. All right, you went the wrong way in traffic to do that U-turn. You're not allowed to do that. All right. You have your license on your registration insurance? What's your little sign say right here?
It's a Jamaican thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
What's that mean?
People, like, it's literally just like dancehall lyrics. I don't know if you know that music.
Nah, I never heard of it.
Yeah, it's like a Scott Ashley lyric to a song.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Just to let you know, too, my name is Officer Charney with Coral Springs Police, but that's the reason for the stop. The stop sign actually had a right turn only sign, okay? So you can't be going on the wrong side of the traffic to do that. So we stopped this driver because she was supposed to make a right only coming out of the parking lot on University Drive. However, instead of turning right, what she did was she went straight, went southbound, actually she went northbound in the southbound left turn lane, failing to disobey the traffic control device while driving on the wrong side of the roadway while southbound traffic was approaching her. So she's in a rush, apparently. When you're in a rush, you're not thinking clearly, you're not thinking about potential consequences to actions, and this is how traffic accidents occur. So something like this, it's zero tolerance, especially with driving on the wrong side of the road. She's going to get a citation today for it, and hopefully she doesn't do it again in the future. Did you find your insurance card or no?
Yeah.
Okay, that's good. Thank you. All right, so look, I am issuing a citation for careless driving, but you have three options: paying it, traffic school, or traffic court, and you have 30 days to comply. But don't do that again. Seriously, don't.
I didn't want to miss because I'm taking Instacart, and they like have a timer, and then
Who has a timer?
The order has a timer on it, so then it cancels. So I was trying to hurry up. because I have to be home by 3 o'clock for the 3:30 meeting.
Right.
And then that's already, it's going to take like an hour probably.
Okay.
So like I was trying to rush, but like I didn't mean to like do that.
I get it, but listen, when you rush, your driving gets sloppy. And then when driving gets sloppy, crashes occur. And now you're going to be on scene for like an hour.
Yeah.
Okay? So.
I've never been in an accident. Like I've never been in anything like that.
Well, that's good.
I don't have any crazy things on my record. Like I don't do that.
Good. So hopefully you don't get into a crash, because just driving like that, you're more likely to cause an accident. So just moving forward, take it as a learning lesson and just don't do it again. Just learn from it. You live life and you learn. That's it. All right? Be safe, okay? Take care. 68. 69 high, right here.
71.
Hey, Officer Trani with Cold Springs Police. I had you at a top speed of 71, and you're following cars too closely. Is everything okay?
Yeah.
All right, speak up a little bit, sir. I can't hear you.
I have a closing, so I'm on my way for
You have a closing?
Yeah.
All right, you got to slow down, man. There's no excuse for that.
So sorry. Give me a second.
Yep. Do you have your license on your registration insurance, please?
Yes.
Thank you.
Can I reach to my backpack?
Yes, sir. Go ahead. Is the address on your license current?
Yes.
All right, thank you. Thank you. All right, we just don't want someone getting into an accident,
I understand.
because at the end of the day, you're driving aggressively and you're more likely to cause an accident like that. Okay, both of these are good. I'll leave them with you. Let me check your license out. I'll be right back. Just stand by. So, we're at State Road 7 in Sawgrass, and I had a feeling this guy was going to drive a little recklessly, because when the southbound light turned red, he changed lanes quickly, like he was going to run the light, but there was a car in front of him and he had to slam his brakes. Nevertheless, once he got the green light, heavy acceleration, I saw him coming behind me at a high rate of speed. Visually estimated him around 70 miles an hour. My radar confirmed my speed estimate at 71. He slowed down because we got in traffic again, but once he got behind traffic, he started following cars too closely. So you have the speeding, the following too closely. It constitutes aggressive driving, which is what we're trying to deter out here. We're trying to save people's lives by enforcing the speed limits and the moving laws out here, so that less people get hurt. Every single day in Broward County, there are serious crashes occurring where people are just getting hurt left and right. So that's why we're trying to slow these people down. All right, sir. I am issuing a citation for the speed. You have 3 options though: paying it, traffic school, or traffic court, and you have 30 days to comply. Do you have any questions on the options, or do you understand? All right, just please slow down.
71 over.
71 what?
71 over.
45. Yes, sir. Yep. All right, take care. Be safe. 74. Okay. We clear? Hey, police. Police. Officer Trani, Cold Springs Police, 74 and a 45 is why I pulled you over. Is everything okay?
I was just taking the car for a test drive. I just got it back from the dealer.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's not a racetrack out here, and it's almost rush hour, so you gotta slow down. Do you have your license on your registration insurance?
I do.
All right, man. Is the address on your license still current?
Yeah.
Okay. And then just the insurance. We're in traffic on Sample and State Road 7. It's almost rush hour right now. 74 and a 45 is why we pulled him over. He said he's just going for a test drive. Incredibly dangerous intersection, by the way. that's one of our most dangerous intersections in the entire city, just because of the size it is. So, deterring crashes, keeping people safe, and deterring crime is pretty much the mission of aggressive driving. We want people to slow down. We want people to follow traffic laws. That in itself, for the most part, takes care of the crash portion. Deterring crime, people see the blue lights, people see the red lights, people see the white lights. That's a deterrent in itself. So hopefully with this kind of enforcement, people coming into the city, especially because we're right next to the borderline of Coral Springs and Coconut Creek, they see law enforcement presence as soon as they enter our city. We're gonna check his license out. He's definitely getting a citation for 29 over the speed limit. Again, almost during rush hour, because he wants to take his car for a test drive. Copy. Dispatch just told me he's got a valid license and he's not wanted anywhere. So this guy, you know, unfortunately, he's not learning from his mistakes. He's been a speeder in the past where he got pulled over. He got caught recklessly driving, which is a crime in Florida. He's been caught driving with a license suspended with knowledge, which is another crime. In Palm Beach County, in Broward, reckless. In Palm Beach County for the open container. In Broward for failing to wear a helmet. In Broward for speeding. Now today in Broward and Coral Springs. So this is what I was talking about earlier with the totality of the circumstances. 29 over, repeat offender, and that's the reason why he's getting cited today. Look, one citation for the speed. All right, look, man, this is like an ongoing thing where you get pulled over and you've been given a lot of citations in the past. This needs to stop, please, because you're gonna hurt yourself, you're gonna hurt someone. The options, paying it, traffic school, or traffic court, and you have 30 days to comply. All right, slow down, it's 45. Do you have any questions on the options, or do you understand?
No, I got it back from the dealership. I was having transmission problems, so I tested out.
I got you, man, but if you need to go to the highway to test something, to go highway speeds, you're more than welcome to. Obviously, you can't race on the highway, and you can't just stop and go from 0 to 60. Just don't do it on the city streets, all right? And she's texting and driving, right? No seatbelt.
Kids in the front seat now.
Your kids aren't wearing seatbelts. You're texting and driving. You're not wearing your seatbelt.
I'm sorry. I used my daughter is accident, and I used keep fight with my kids and blink the nose, and that's why I keep the green light for the parking. Yeah,
Okay.
I know, but I have my.
You have,
my,
yeah, you got. Lower this window for me.
Yeah.
The window go down.
Hello?
How you doing? Yeah, none of your
How
kids
are
are
you?
even in the seatbelt. Hey, your wife doesn't have the. Is this the wife, the husband of the wife, or no?
Yeah, that's my wife.
Okay, so 3 kids with no belts on, buddy.
yeah,
That's a problem.
I
sorry?
use
There's 3 children in here with no seatbelts. That's a problem. Okay, and your wife doesn't even have hers on.
no,
Okay,
yes.
dice que tú no tienes su cinturón. Yeah, but she was telling me that she had an accident, that my daughter's
Y he
bleeding from
tratado
the nose,
de,
so she
de,
was rushing
de
to
coger
like, take
verde
her to...
para parar.
Okay, but if you get into a traffic accident, it's gonna be more than a nosebleed for your kids.
Yeah, I'm
All right.
sorry. Officer.
Do you have your license on
Okay,
you,
I
ma'am?
apologize.
Yes.
I'll
Yeah.
have them go ahead and
Yeah.
settle everything now.
Yeah, because they're not even sitting down. They're like roaming around the vehicle like it's the living room couch.
The accident happened
Ponlos,
with-
asegúrate que se sienten ahí de una vez en el
Yeah, I know
asiento
that.
y que se agarren y se pongan el cinturón.
All right. Okay, so we're in traffic at University Drive, Royal Palm. I see the driver, no seatbelt. She's texting and driving, and it looked like there were kids roaming around the car, like free roaming, walking on the seats, kind of going from the front passenger seat back to the rear. There's 3 children inside the car, no seatbelts. One is in a car seat, not even secured, not buckled at all. The driver's trying to justify it, saying that one of the kids is having a nosebleed. If she gets into a traffic accident with those kids free roaming, they're gonna go flying towards that windshield, and it's gonna be a really bad day. You know, the injuries are gonna be a lot more than just a nosebleed. God forbid people are gonna fly out of the vehicle. Windshields are tempered glass, so they're most likely not gonna break. Instead, it's gonna be someone's face breaking, and we don't want that. So, she's gonna be definitely getting some citations today. We still have to check her license, but for the kids' safety, that's just unbelievable. Like, zero tolerance for children in our police department with safety belts and car seats. And this is something where she needs to realize that she's in the wrong and she needs to learn from it. This can never happen again. All right, did you find your insurance or no?
Yeah.
Can I see it? Thank you. Okay. This is good.
Yeah.
All right, before you head out, make sure the kids are all buckled up because they still don't have seatbelts on.
Right? Huh?
Yeah.
Okay.
And her too, because she needs her belt. And then your little one in the car seat needs to have his shoulder straps on. All right.
Have it.
Careful. No, she doesn't. No.
The fourth. Yeah.
See?
Say. He needs to put in the O because he owns.
Hang on.
Look, why he
Arm.
do, okay?
Arm.
But you need to put in the seatbelt right there.
Other arm. There we go. Now he's got a seatbelt on, ma'am. Okay?
Yeah.
These two still need their belts. Here you go.
Okay.
All right, look.
Okay.
And this is not good. Look. And how old is she?
5.
5? Okay. How old are you, buddy? How many? 8. Okay, good. So technically, she's supposed to be in a booster seat.
Yeah,
Okay.
I know.
All right. How old's little man right here?
4.
4. All right. Listen, you guys need to wear your seatbelts. Okay?
Okay.
You know better, especially you, because you know better. Because you're gonna get your mom in trouble, and plus it's for your safety. All right, you gotta wear your seatbelt, kid. Okay.
Okay.
All right, look, ma'am. 3 tickets. 1 for your seatbelt, 1 for texting and driving, the other one for all 3 not wearing their seatbelts. So you have 3 options. You can pay it, you can go to school, or court. But you have 30 days to choose an option. But please take it seriously, okay? Because this
Yeah.
is you're responsible for their safety.
Yeah, I know. That's
All right.
also.
And if something happens, like I said, it's
Yeah.
God forbid if something happens,
Okay.
it's gonna be more than just a nosebleed.
Yeah.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Take care, guys. You're welcome. Be safe.